What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Smooth Lies, episode 19.
Man, yes.
What's today's title today, man? What's today's title?
You dirty cookie monster.
You dirty cookie monster.
Not Sesame Street, right?
No, definitely
not Sesame Street.
We ain't cookie monster.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if y'all cookie monsters, but
Munchies. I'm your host, Jamal. Got some of my guys on today's episode. You all already know them. We got Steph in the booth.
yo, what's going on back here for what, number 4?
Episode 4. It looks like Steph is a keeper.
Yeah.
Got my man Meech in the back.
What up? What up?
So as y'all see, man, we talking about these cookie monsters out here. Make sure before we even start today's show, take the time to subscribe, give us a like, comment below your thoughts and your opinions.
Please.
Remember, we are posting content every week, so don't forget about putting that notification bell on. But just to start it up, like I said, we were switching up things. And we just had a little talk about this, but there was this tweet where it says, women need to start telling stories about when a man fumbled some coochie from them and how did that let I'm sorry. Whoa, wait a minute.
We're in reading class today, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me start that over for y'all, because I want to make it seem like I'm very punctual.
Jamal, do you want to stand up and talk to the class today?
I'm nervous.
Women need to.
Women need to start telling stories about when a man fumbled some coochie from them and how he did that. Let's start identifying the source. Yeah. So we got some of these, people say anything on the internet. So we're going to look at some of these comments, give you guys our opinions. Go ahead, Steph. Start it off, man.
What she say here? All right. Long story short is what she said. A guy had a crush on Hit Me Up.
Oh my God! See, some of these people's English is messed up too.
A guy had a crush on Hit Me Up. Well, okay, first of all, we're not going to talk about English class today. But we went on a date, went back to his place. It's late. I'm on his bed, and I start rubbing my clit, thinking he's joining. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He looked so disgusted, and I was embarrassed. We ended up not having sex. So basically, he wasn't in the mood, and she was in the mood. She on the bed getting crazy.
She getting crazy.
No, hold on.
That's kind of humble, though.
No, hold on. Imagine you at a shorty's house and you just hop on her bed and just start beating your dick.
Yeah.
But you gonna call the police.
She gonna call the police.
How you gonna hop on this nigga's bed and start rubbing your
She's talking to you about, she's talking to all her shorties about you, bro.
Ain't this the first date, too, as well? Didn't she say that?
She said it was, I guess they had a crush on each other. I don't know, whatever. The crush might have been one-sided.
Yeah, this sounds like she really came to come and hang out.
See, he went back to his place, so she went on his bed, rub her clit.
Yeah,
that's wild,
man.
What would you do? Like, if you saw a girl,
honestly, for me, I'm actually shocked he wasn't on that type of time.
Yeah, I'm shocked too, but at the same time, if it was like the roles reversed, it's like, bro.
But you done brought some coochie to your sheets. Yeah, you know what I mean?
True.
Some coochie is on your sheets, and you must have probably been entertaining the TV or something, and she came there with what she was trying to do. She was trying to get it done cracking.
Damn.
Her kitty box is over there boiling. Like she ready, that baby heating up. She ready to go. Like,
wait, hold on. Look what someone said. It says that's not fumbling. You sexually assaulted him. You're a predator.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's what I was saying, bro.
Oh wow.
I like the energy. Wow. I love the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine if you went to a girl's house, hopped in her bed and start beating your dick.
Yeah, for sure.
It would have been
That's
over.
A flag. Extreme flag.
Yeah, what else they say?
Dude on her mattress like, you want to see something?
Nah, we don't want to see that, buddy.
I seen this one. It says he told me to pull up so we can chill. When I pulled up, he hopped in my car. I was highly confused. Mm-hmm. He then proceeded to tell me about a park he knows that we can fuck. My young ass agreed. Get to the park to only find out he got erectile dysfunction.
Ooh.
He ain't got that blue chew.
He need that blue chew. He need that Roman swipe, that Roman white.
Oh,
yeah.
So
that might make it worse. That shit numbs you shit, doesn't it?
That's crazy though.
I don't know. I don't know how those situations work.
Damn. He said he got erectile dysfunction.
But like I ain't gonna lie, cause you know I didn't deal with or tried to deal with shorties at times when Johnson just wasn't with it, and I was like, damn, for real? She ain't the one.
Yeah,
she looking good as hell.
Yeah,
but Johnson didn't think that.
I've been in a situation like that before.
I think we all have.
And I think what happens, like, look, I'm about to say some shit, and women were like, if you got erectile dysfunction, just say that. But at times that we kind of, women use that term so loosely.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, just like when men expect a woman to be wet automatic.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you gotta jump shark. You gotta put some jumper capers on that baby.
That's what I was literally just about to say.
Like,
sometimes don't they be saying,
You know what I mean?
you didn't give me no foreplay, so that's why I was like that.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
Like,
Girl be drier than sandpaper at Lowe's. You been like, what the hell?
He out here using spit.
You didn't get me in the mood. Oh, what was I supposed to do? I kissed you on your neck for 5 minutes. Like,
being the cookie monks, that was the problem.
so check this out. Oh, make sure you guys, screenshot these tweets too. That way we can put them up with a visual. That way people can follow along with us. But this is called COVID fumble. Used to date years ago, but never had sex. December 2020, I was going to visit my immunocompromised mom. Hopefully I said that word right. That was a very big word.
I think that's it.
Okay. Was staying in a hotel first to get tested before going to her house. Told him if he tested we could get up. He went to a crowded club 2 days before I came in town.
So
So
is that really a fumble?
Yeah,
like some of these don't really sound like nobody's fumbling the bag. It sounds like somebody like has expectations and they just salty that it didn't work out.
yeah. Because I really when I look at this topic, fumble coochie, this is a sex appointment. You know what I mean? This is a sex appointment.
That's exactly what it is.
And obviously somebody not meeting the requirements. Like,
okay. Now, when you say that, that's also breaking it down in a way of, because some of these sound like the females already had it in their mind that they was looking for sex. They just wasn't saying it, and they was gonna give the man some coochie, but then he just said the wrong thing.
Said or did the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Like this one right here is like, if I'm not even gonna go through all this because it's like a text message thread, but summary of it is this girl, she went to the hospital. And she had like a minor swelling in her brain.
I thought you were about to say on her coochie.
No.
Leave
She had a minor,
right now.
She still was gonna give it up.
A minor swelling in her brain, still swelling in her brain, which sounds crazy to me. And like, okay, if a girl told you that she's going to the hospital for a minor swelling or whatever, going to the hospital in general, what would your text be after that?
Say that one more time.
Like, if a girl told you she was going to the hospital, like, what would your text be after that? After she told you were going to the hospital?
So is this is like we already got the sex appointment in motion. You telling me you go to an appointment?
Yeah.
Hope everything's okay, but we're not talking to you.
Damn.
Well, I don't know what the appointment's for.
Okay,
She could have just said like, hey, I gotta go to the doctor.
No, she told. Okay,
let's go for this context then. Like, if she told you she's going to the hospital for like a minor
she just
swelling,
got out of the hospital for a brain swelling.
like a minor swelling in her brain.
We can't have sex.
Okay,
Because I'm gonna try to dog it out. She's gonna be swelled more than her brain now.
He's trying to knock.
See, that's rational. That's
You know what I'm saying?
But his question was, can you have sex?
Bro,
So you're not on your deathbed. You're not on your deathbed.
Oh, here's the second text. Like, would that affect you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because this is just if you go in there for your brain, you can have a brain aneurysm, you can have leakage, just something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I can't even consider you no more. Hopefully things are going. Hopefully it's going to be a good little checkup. But I got to move on to the next one.
She was like, what? She was like, what? You for real? With emojis. And he was like, why that face though? Like, this ain't something I can ask. I miss you. I want to freak you. So I'm asking, is it possible? If it's not, by the way, it is. If it is, bring your ass here now or some shit like that. He was like,
Bro.
bro.
Hey, I think we need context.
Look,
We need
listen,
some more
he's saying
context
he don't
behind
care
those
if you was
messages.
in cancer treatment. He don't care if you just.
Make sure you're in the mic. Make sure you know.
Oh my bad. He said he don't care if you have like chemo and or anything like that. He ready
Yeah.
to take it down. Like he does not care.
Because see, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like about men, though. As long as it's not like HIV or AIDS or something that is contractual, they gonna try to still hit it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Dudes is out here trying to hit like say if somebody is a paraplegic, right? They'll still try to hit it if it's available.
Look, I don't know, homie. He like older women. He said he fuck her in the CPAP machine. Like you don't
Get the
like he like older women. So like, hey, fuck her in the death
How
row, the
old are
retirement
we
home.
talking?
He like old, bro. Like I'm talking about,
Like cougar, like 50 up.
Yeah.
yeah. He well, a year older than me. He's 26. So yeah, nah. He like them like. 50.
You know what? I would probably honestly consider that, but it would depend if she's still limber and if her knees work. If those two things don't work, we could just go to the park, baby. We can just walk in the park.
Yeah.
I think he only
Yeah.
cares if the coochie work. I don't get anything else.
Bro, you can't be sitting there with somebody that can't move, bro.
Hey,
Question, would you sleep with somebody whose legs don't move?
No. Because that kind of gives me like that paralyzed, like when people drug people and all that shit.
Yeah.
That gives me that would put that thought in my head. Like, you know, we talked about Jeffrey Dahmer a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But that puts that type of thought in my head. And I'm like, nah. Like, and that ain't no offense for people that are in that situation.
Not at
Because
all.
there's always somebody out there for
Yeah.
them too.
I was gonna say they
But-
gotta have love.
But we
too,
allowed
like,
to have our opinion.
Bro, everybody getting love.
I mean, all you gotta do
Yeah.
is put her in the little thing, you know, them little swing things.
The
Listen.
crackhead is getting love.
The 600-pound females
Is
is getting love.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
and getting
that's what I'm
full meals cooked for them
That's true, that's
and
true.
everything. So
You be seeing them,
everybody's
like,
getting love.
what is it,
Nothing is store brand in a 600
Yeah.
pound person's house. Everything is name brand.
but you seeing them in like what is it, like My 500-Pound Life or some shit like that?
Yeah, yeah.
All of them got somebody.
Yeah.
Like they all have somebody.
They wake up to somebody next to
Yeah.
them.
And that's sad.
They
'cause
wake up to breakfast.
I know some of these women on Twitter, they lonely.
Lonely.
That's tough. That's
Check this out though. We went on 3 dates. I asked him to my place after. We were 2 minutes away talking. And then I guess this is in quotes, but my girl can't be out here cheating on me, embarrassing me. But if I have another girl, she got to deal with it. We went to my rooftop instead, and I never talked to him again. My coochie dried up so fast.
Was that really a phone?
What? That's what
See,
I'm saying.
some of these
these
things-
don't sound like they fumbles, like he was saying sex appointments, and somebody just said the wrong thing. Some of these sounds like you was talking to a dude, and he just wasn't that guy.
Let's be real though.
Like, and you call that fumbling the coochie, but then you probably never really had plans of fucking the dude anyway.
Let's be real though. Like they're talking about like guy fumbling the pussy. I mean, has a girl like ever fumbled the dick before? Like
You know what? I will say it was rare because, man,
Because the dude's going to smash.
we will give up dick for a good morning text. Good morning, exclamation point.
Listen,
Oh, is she trying to fuck?
hey,
You're right.
a dude will compartmentalize that
You start
so
having-
and dissociate so fast, like
start
don't
having,
even
like,
care.
dreams and whatnot. You're like, oh yeah, we gonna do this.
Like
yeah,
the same way like how women will sit here and say like oh, he's doing these type of behaviors because he's trying to fuck. Sometimes like we'll read into certain behaviors like, yeah, she wants this dick.
Damn.
Like if she like our story, you like, ooh. She say her reply to the story, ooh, she want this.
No, I definitely had a girl fumble the dick before, like one time.
What was yours?
It was a sad story. Sad story. I had her.
R.I.P. None. Call me back. But, go ahead and say the story.
Nah, it was like I don't know if it was like a petty. I don't know. Fuck it. But I invited her over. She was in the bed, laying down, whatever, and I heard something, and I was like, I was taken back. I was taken
You
back.
slow it down this story like we about to get
Yeah.
into some deep shit.
I need details,
I
sir.
was taken back. I was like, hold on. It wasn't me.
Mhm.
I know damn well she did not just fart in my sheets. I know damn well she did not. And after that, I was just turned off. I was like, I mean, I know people fart. I'm like, bro, like on first day, like you just gonna like,
She had to go.
I don't know what she ate. I don't know, and she didn't even say excuse. Like she acted like I didn't hear it. I heard it. I felt it. Like the bed vibrated.
Ooh, that rumble.
like, what are you doing? It's like, I mean, you're attractive, but like, damn, like, why you got fart in the bed? No, I just wasn't in the mood after that.
Yeah, that's in. You got anything, Meech? You have a story?
I got one.
Because I got a
as
story.
far
But I
as
don't want to.
fumbling, I had one where, when people just got hot breath, like, and I've never had somebody that had hot breath through their nostrils. So this was back in college, and I was talking to this chick, and we were kissing and everything like that. And every now and then, like the first time, I'm a patient man. I played it off the first time, and I felt it on my upper lip. But I'm like, maybe it was just because whatever she ate that day or something like that. Then it came to the second day, same hot breath. Then it came to the third day. Then after that, it was quits. And I do you even tell somebody that you just want to call it quits, or is that one of those things? Because a lot of people look at them moments, that could be a helping moment for some people. But then me in that situation, I'm not the one to tell you that. I can't break your heart that way, but I will run away for sure as quick as possible.
Yeah, man. I'd probably say a moment a woman's fumbled the dick. She fumbled the dick. She fumbled the staying over the night. It was just all bad. So we was watching something, right? And I got this thing. Like, I don't have, like, if it don't smell right, I'm not seeing her going inside of it. Let's just put it like that. So, Tina bed, panties on, whatever. And I tried to sit here and grab the booty, boom, boom. Now my fingertips kind of went inside the crack. I brought my fingertips out and they smell like poo. I said, oh no, you gotta go, ho. Like I was just like, nah, bro. I was just like, laying on the bed. I'm forward, she laying down. I'm like this. Fingertips actually got in there, and then I was like, no, smell like poo. Mm-hmm. When they say like wash your hands for 2 minutes, I was in there for 5.
I would been there for 10.
How'd you play that? Was it just like?
Well, it's easy. It's getting kind of late, isn't it? It's getting kind of late,
Wow,
isn't
you
it?
hit her with that.
I got work in the
I was
morning.
like, I got work in the morning. You
I got
probably
the
got
gym.
work in the morning. Like,
Listen,
this is gonna be a busy day.
I remember I told this one girl, because I wasn't even feeling her. I told her, like, man, like, I forgot I got a 5K marathon in the morning. Oh, why didn't you say anything? I could have left earlier. I'm sorry, I just can't. I was enjoying our time.
Damn.
So, yeah, I didn't.
5K. I never even thought about that one.
Oh yeah,
I never thought about that one either. Now she looking for you on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see- what place you come in, Jamal?
What else we got here?
We got some.
Yo.
I saw a couple. Here we go. Let me see.
I have one right here.
Okay.
I said, I had a nigga.
Did you
try
screenshot
to,
that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent them to you. It said, I had a nigga try to steal like a 2.5 of some tree and 3 pills while I was in the shower. What he didn't realize was I was serving that to somebody, so I immediately realized it was missing. He got put out at gunpoint, butt naked, and found that shit in his pants pocket. So this nigga tried to steal from the plug. First of all, he trying to fuck the plug. So he trying to steal from the. It's usually the other way around. I'm surprised.
Yeah, usually it's the woman.
Yeah.
That,
It's
yeah.
usually the other way around.
Man,
But he's trying to fuck the plug, steals the plug shit, get put out butt naked gunpoint. I don't know how that worked, but that's tough.
That's crazy. Which one? You see one, Mitch?
yeah, I got this one because this is the subject that we were talking about earlier somewhat.
Okay.
He told me to shave like a week after we had sex, which was mad confusing because you knew before, during, and after sex. So that's weird to say that passive aggressively a week later while simultaneously begging to smash again. And she blocked him. So then the question that comes to mind is it possible to tell the girl that she should shave? Some of these females think that it doesn't matter. You have no right to say anything about trimming the gardens.
Oh yeah, for me, you got to trim the garden.
But let's be honest, bro. You don't set up an appointment and you just like off rip tell her to shave. Like, have you ever done that before? Like,
but this one in this context, they already had sex. And then this is like the after the sex, like later on, I'm still trying to fuck with you type shit. But it's like, hey, yeah, like, could you shave a little bit?
This was like first meet up type.
Nah. I hope people who first meet, I know me, you're properly coming. Yeah. Like, first meet up, this is my first experience with you, and we know this is a meet up. I'm not coming in like
properly coming.
But guess what?
These are properly coming.
You still fucked the first time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But see, check this out though. Like, when it comes to men, and men can agree with this, right? Like, we don't get like sex in the way a woman could get sex. Like, a woman could text a dude on her phone, just literally be that deliver like, hey, I'm trying to get some dick tonight. Yeah. That man is canceling all his plans.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Damn! Like, you know what?
Shoot. I could do that tomorrow.
Because this is the thing. Even if he in a drought, or even if he already got a situation, he gonna want to add something else to that plate. So he can be like, oh yeah, okay, I'll be there in a little minute. You need me to bring anything? You hungry? Like, but a man, like, so with a man, when he get the box right there, like, in most cases, like, that girl, she could not be shaved. She could just have a bush. Dude may throw his whole face in there. You know what I mean? Like, he may throw his whole face in there because his thought is like, damn, I want to please the hell out of her because I may get some of this in a couple more days. So it's just like, we thirsty as hell.
See, man, this is why it's important to have discipline.
Discipline.
Hey.
And remember, fellas, if you're going through a drought, you always have your phone.
Man. Hey, explain that to him again, say it one more time.
Because all coochie is not good coochie.
Not at all.
And I'm not even talking about it on the stance of just saying like, oh, it may have like an STD or a smell or anything. But some coochie come with a headache.
Man.
And do you really want that headache? That's the thing. If you signing up for the headache, that's fine. But if you don't want no headache, you don't want her popping up at your crib, slashing your tires. Oh, yeah. Asking who that? Man. I ain't seen that car before. You like, bitch, you done only been over here one time.
Right. And remember, fellas, you have 1 week. It's almost not November.
Listen, another thing for the phone situation. Use the phone and then go back and look at the picture and see if you still want it after. Because sometimes that clarity beforehand, you all, yeah. And then
that's the
afterwards,
thing.
you like,
Post nut clarity.
Man, you need it.
Nah, nope, not me. I don't ever had a clarity.
You never had clarity?
You'll know.
Because I go in the same way I come out.
I don't know.
I go in the same way I come out.
I mean, I've had it where I watched porn and then I had a post nut clarity on the woman I was about to deal with, of just like on some like, I'm just trying to go out there and get it type thing. And then I had that post nut clarity.
Because it's like, man, like nowadays, we got to, they talking about inflation. Yeah. So we talking about groceries high. I got to bring her food. Gas high. I got to make sure my tank is good to get there and come back. Like, it would be nice if a chick was just like, I give you some. I done had that situation before. When a girl was just like, I sit here and cash app you. Because you're like, man, my gas tank kind of low. Yeah. You live on a whole other side of the city. I cash app you.
I had an Uber sent for me one time.
Oh, you had an Uber?
I ain't trusting Uber.
I had an Uber.
Because the thing about the Uber.
I already knew her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't this wasn't this was already I already drove over there before I hung out. But this was one of those times where I was like,
think about this. Say if this is some new coochie on the board. It's some new coochie in the streets. And she sends you an Uber, but then you perform terribly. You got to walk home.
So wait, she ain't gonna send you an Uber to come back home?
No,
you know
he
how
said
women
if
are.
you perform
No,
terribly,
if you perform
it might be like
terribly-
how you getting back?
What if in like the middle of you performing terribly, she on her phone, you thinking, oh yeah, she about to record, but then you see Uber on her phone.
She sends you an Uber.
She could be booking the trip mid pump.
What's that sound? Oh, I don't know. I sent your Uber. I sent your Uber.
You think, oh yeah, she about to record this. 'Cause I have the Uber.
I ain't had that. I ain't never had no situation when a girl record me. No, have I? I lied. But anyways, I haven't had like a new shorty be like, yo, like, what you doing with your phone? Shit, you beating this up. This need to get on footage. I ain't never had that. That'd be
It's always been relationships.
that'd be interesting.
It would be.
Would you want that though?
I would.
I know.
Yeah, I would.
I'm telling you, bro.
But we just got the Sony.
I don't.
And we just got the Sony this week too. We got a new camera coming soon. We should have a whole different visual next week.
And have that
Hey.
tape,
Know what I mean?
tape out.
All right. I ain't gonna lie though.
If this podcast don't work, it's gonna be
Listen.
OnlyFans.
I can't do OnlyFans. No,
Can't?
I can't do OnlyFans. I can't.
That make
Because this is how I look at OnlyFans. It's cool for the supporters and stuff who do it and who who they dwell into that. But I just think about like for older generations, like say like for children or say like for mentorship. Like, dang, I saw you on Pornhub. Because sometimes them OnlyFans leaks be on Pornhub. You see that little thing, you like, damn.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, I couldn't do that. Just like what I think like now, like in today's generation, for all the ass shaking and all the promoting your OnlyFans and stuff, it's cool. But say if you have children,
It's gonna come up.
and think about if you have a daughter, like damn, like why you twerking at 8 years old? Mom, I saw your video on Twitter.
Not even Twitter. I saw you on TikTok.
Listen, we all saw what happened to the Kardashian.
Yeah.
Her son was on Roblox.
And that baby hit a commercial break. Here go your mom. Commercial break. Hey,
On
mom.
Roblox. And best believe, if you in high school and you got a good looking mom, your friends is definitely gonna be like, bro, I saw your
For
mom
sure.
the other night, bro.
For sure.
Like, I crushed your whole world,
I would hate to be a celebrity kid.
bro.
Yeah, celebrity kid for real. Like, your mom, she probably got the finest BBW in the city.
Man.
And your homies playing basketball. How you turn it up? Oh, shoot, my bad. Man, why you got your mom coming to practice, bro?
Like that one, what's his name? I forgot that one basketball player. I think he's in college and like Drake was like, I don't know, was dating his mom or was rumored to date his mom.
No, I think Drake went in her DM, right?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Drake
wow,
went in her DM.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's just ruthless.
Yeah, that's ruthless. Do we have any more tweets? I know we got a little sidetracks and stuff, but
I saw did anyone say this before? I don't think so. But
I got one. Can I pause you?
oh yeah, you can go.
Let me pause you. So he was talking about building a future with me, marriage, kids, etc. I told him I didn't want that with him, and he started quoting Kevin Samuels like that was going to change my mind. I thought I was clear on my intentions. He got confused somehow. Grown man crying over the phone.
Well, wow,
Man.
that's crazy.
That'd be so interesting though, because it's like we can't even cry. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She pointed that out. Like, damn, he's saying trying to create a family with me and stuff but I'm gonna sit here and talk about him crying.
But like using that to get like some cookie, like, that's wild. Like,
But dudes do that, bro.
Yeah,
but
Dudes
that's
do
so
that.
corny. Like, that's so corny.
anything.
Dudes will promise land, a car, and a home for some coochie.
Anything.
Like that. I mean, it's
You think that's what they did back in the day? They was like, yo, if you give me that thing, I got a mule,
Yes.
acres, like
We all know about the
got
niggas
some
that had
sheeps,
two
like-
families going across country and had two whole families and didn't even know.
that's crazy.
man.
And the Temptations created a song for it. Papa
I
was a
saw. I
Rolling
don't care if anyone
Stone.
said this one, but he said made an agreement when to meet. Then he started trying to wiggle out of wearing a condom. Said I was sexually immature for wanting to wear one. Started pressuring me to count all my sexual encounters, talking about if I can count up to 2,000, you could count. What? if I can count up to 2K, you can count. What? I don't know what that even meant. Okay, but apparently he just didn't want to wear a condom.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Like, I mean, if you don't want to wear a condom, that's cool. But as long as your partner is in agreement with that, like, if Shorty don't want you to raw dog, like it is what it is. That time you got to slip that Jimmy on. Like, you never know. She may change her mind.
Man.
But if she don't, like, it's up to you, fellas. I know y'all ain't hear no sound effects this whole show, but it's up to you all if you all want to sit here and still entertain it. Like, that'd be the most interesting thing about men. There's so much fish in the sea for us. And I think what happens is that guys too often try their hardest on something that's not available to them. Sometimes men be looking for salmon where they need to be over there where the tilapia is at. Like,
stay in your pond.
Go to the tilapia. The tilapia is one of the cheapest fish. Man. So I mean that it's going to be a lot more of that shit around. Go get yourself some of that clone meat. Like,
get you the crab, not the lobster.
Not everybody can fish at Lake Erie.
They said bodies in there.
Oh, no.
You got body fish smell. So I mean, but yeah, like that's what I don't be understanding, because like I get it, like, you know, we talking about men fumbling the coochie and stuff, but I think sometimes, like, when you fumble it, you sometimes also like overexert yourself.
Yeah.
Like for me personally, and this is just me. Like if I like a shorty, I let the shorty know what I like, because, you know, people ask people, like, you know, what are the things that you like when it comes to you dating or being interested in somebody? Like, so if I sit here and say, well, I like communication, I like pictures, I like doing things outside of maybe just going out to dinner and shit like that. Like, if she not meeting those things, you know, those simple things, I have a choice. I keep trying to entertain her, or I add somebody to the roster.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was real P.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna say move on. Not somebody.
No, because see, that's the thing though, and this is what like men don't really even want to keep it 100 about. Like, we hate releasing things to free agency. Like, if we not in a relationship and stuff, we try to make sure our roster pool is up there. And if it's like at the end of the day, like when you let them go, if you let them go, make sure it was the right reason to let them go. Because sometimes you may be putting her out into the streets and then you're going to be beating yourself up like, damn. Because sometimes it's hard to get a shorty back.
That is definitely true.
Because they don't let go of some like petty shit. Like, you do the smallest shit and, no, I just can't deal with that. It's too much of a red flag. Like, damn.
Man. You got the shorties that be like, oh, you dated my friend in high school.
Bruh.
I can't be with you.
But he's 25 and you talking about high school stuff.
Or you was in my friend's DM too.
Man.
She didn't go.
Obviously. Like, that's why I'm here.
That's why
what do you mean? And sometimes you don't even know. Like, you don't even know until it's brought up to you. Like, bro, like,
and then it'd be like, you made your reasoning off of that. She didn't even respond back.
Like, how I know that you all were friends and y'all took a picture together at the club?
Man,
I could have just both been sharing drinks by a dude.
You'd be like, Loki, like, it was your fault because I was following you and you had her tagged in the post and she was looking good. Looking
better than you. You lacking. Stop lacking, bro.
You should take that picture down, to be honest.
Man.
But yeah, like, so we talked about fumbling the coochie.
Yeah.
We talked about how some women in our life have, you know, fumbled some dick or something.
Mm-hmm.
There was also a story that went around this week about and I don't know what the correct term is, but I'm gonna just say a transgender man, or is it transgender woman? I don't know which way to go.
I think it's trans woman because it's a male switching
going
to
over.
a woman.
Okay,
so it's trans woman. Yeah.
So for you guys that don't know about this, I actually didn't know anything about it until yesterday. Her name is
Hennessy,
or
I don't know what.
And that's the thing. I don't even know how to like say her. You know, I don't know what to really say, but. Because I'm not trying to get in trouble.
Yeah, if you're not trying to get in trouble, politically correctness, you would say her.
Okay.
She identifies as a female.
She identifies as a woman.
Nah, I'm gonna help you out.
She identifies as a female, but it seems like she's ashamed to be identified. That's the whole
So, guys, what happened was she's post-op. She got her surgery. She got her meat. She got her sausage removed,
chopped,
flipped out, flipped inside, whatever, however it works.
reversal.
But so she's post-op, and she's been dealing with a lot of guys, and I believe it's South Florida, right? Is it South Florida?
yeah, I think so.
It's some part in Florida, but
Stuff like,
what she's been doing is that she's been sleeping or dealing with men and taking pictures and videos of them and exposing them. And what's going on is that she is trending. She's trending on Twitter, so you know it's a big conversation that's going on. But when you watch the clip, and we'll go ahead and play the clip for you guys, but you'll see how she's not really taking accountability for how she's putting other people at risk by telling the world that that men are out here sleeping with a transgender woman.
She's not saying anything, and she's basically opposing as a woman, or posing as a woman, but she's trans.
yeah. My thing is like if you do your transition, all right, that's you. But I'm like, if you're like quote unquote like proud of what you did, why are you hiding it from that other person?
And that's what I think. Yeah, I think that.
It's
That's the same thing
that
too.
doesn't make any sense. But let's see if we can play this clip a little bit from the boys that play back.
You gotta turn that up.
But she's went through the whole transition and everything already, y'all. So yeah, she has one of those coochie things that we got.
Not coochie thing.
Recently, well, not even recently, but since like.
That sounds like some shit you get at Aldi's.
Got at the Walmart.
Coochie thing in aisle 3. Coochie thing in aisle 3.
Those are people I really feel bad for. But still, every person that she has linked with, like she'll take a picture of them or a little boomerang or whatever. So she's had this up her sleeve for a long time. She's been planning to do this. But basically what she did, like 3-4 days ago, she just started exposing all these guys from Miami that she has slept with. But my whole thing is, if you a girl now, and you feel like you a girl, what was the point of exposing these men? Like, be fucking for real. And I know everybody, like, taking it as a joke, and y'all find it funny and stuff, but I really don't find that shit funny because it's like...
Hey, fellas, this girl who talking, she fine as hell. I just want to let y'all know that.
Ways to take, like, lie detector tests and everything, which I don't...
Nigga, we're not going to trust the lie detector test. There's a video of you.
Yeah. Yeah, she really had this one dude take a lie detector test to be like, yeah, I did not know she was like a trans woman or anything like that. And I know with these topics, you gotta be careful because people are gonna be like, oh, you're transphobic. That's not the case. Like, bro, if you're trans, just say so. Like,
yeah, because that's the thing.
The option.
Like, and I think that's what the biggest problem is with this type of situation, is that you're not communicating with your partners.
Yeah.
You're not telling them like, hey, before you bring that out, I was once a man. Like, that's all it is. I was once a man.
That's something you disclose to people.
Yeah, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, because we've seen in today's society, there are some men that are proud to deal with transgender women.
Yeah.
That's just where we're at.
I mean, in today's society, I've seen it at clubs that I worked at where it was a trans woman with a trans man. And they both knew they used to be man and woman, and they got with each other.
The crazy thing is, though, like this morning, I saw another story exactly like this.
With another person?
Yeah, it was this trans woman. She said she moved in with her boyfriend. I think maybe of like 3 months or whatever. They moved into his mom's house. They're both living in his mom's house. No one knew she was trans. Excuse me. The boyfriend didn't know. The moms didn't know. Like no one knew. The reason they found out is she used the mom's phone to log into her Instagram. Apparently, she has 2 Instagrams. One that she gives to people that knows her, and the other one for like strangers or whatever. So she left the Instagram, and the mom saw it. She saw the transition, and apparently, whatever, the mom got upset. She was like, basically, you got to go. I let you around my kids, and my nieces, and nephews. You didn't tell me. She said the only thing she's not gonna do is tell the son, but
Yeah.
she said you gotta pack your things and leave.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like in reality of things, live your truth, but also understand not everybody agrees with your truth,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
Like rather you're straight, rather you're a part of the LGBT, or rather you're a part of the trans movement. Like no matter what, everyone's not going to agree with what your beliefs are and stuff.
That's true.
I mean,
I think the thing about that is like for that story I just told you. I think even this story, there was no like accountability. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
see like anything wrong with what you were doing. Again, you have to give those people the options. Like, again, if it was the same scenario, not even the same scenario, like the whole situation. If a guy had sex with a girl and took like the condom off and didn't tell a girl,
Yeah.
you know how that could be looked at.
yeah.
This is how I see that.
And that's the actual term.
Yeah, I forgot. That's
um,
the actual. That's the actual
it starts with
charge
S, yeah.
of everything you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, so and it's just real interesting because it's like, with this girl Hennessy,
Henry,
Henry, my bad.
Don't
Harold, my bad. Excuse me. Jacob. All right. But
I don't know if her name was Henry before.
Herschel, not Walker. So but the thing, like, all jokes aside, the thing is that when you're watching her video and when you're hearing about like her side of the story, her opinion of things, like she doesn't take accountability. She starts off with the video with talking about how and I wish you could pull that up, but or you probably can't pull it up, but where she's talking about, I don't owe none of these men anything. They're not trying to be my husband. She's like, they're not trying to be my husband. You're like, hold on, wait. Man was just trying to slide. He ain't say nothing about no marriage proposal and stuff. Like, and I was just like, man, like that's just so interesting.
It creates that conversation of she in her head or him, whatever in their head, they think that because they're not getting in a relationship with somebody, it does not matter to disclose what's going on.
And that's just like the same thing when people, because it's a crime for a person to not, if a person has, I think it's
STD.
like STD, and they're not letting
Matter of fact,
the potential partner know, that's a crime.
It definitely is a crime.
Like,
it's a assault. It's assault with I don't know what they call it, but like I remember seeing the post about the dude doing that. The janitor had an STD and did it with the water, and he got locked up for assault because he knew he had an STD and he knew what was going on with it.
Yeah, and that's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, things could be avoided if you allow people to have a choice in their in the decisions that are potentially about to be made. Did you find it?
I'm not sure if this is it. This is like,
I think this was the video.
I think the video of them exposing them.
was it like, was she like actually like talking in the video?
She was on the phone. She was on the phone with some other girls or whatever, and she was just basically, but you could play that because people could just sit here and see like what she was saying on the stories and stuff.
Yeah.
This is what she was saying on the stories. Like she was saying, what she says, let's make this clear. I never wore a wig, weave, hair extension ever in my life. Stop the lies and take it for what it is. Okay. You probably could still look like a woman, but
Okay, Hennessy. I'm gonna say Harold, but
he's saying I wore long wigs to cover my chin. Like what?
So pretty much these comments seem like it's a get back at the man of like, you should have known I was trans.
Yeah.
That's what it really sounds like it's being.
He said, you could ask anyone who's ever met me in real life knows I don't ever wear makeup. I'm all natural. Only shit I ever get done was my titties and my first of all, okay, come on now.
I ain't gonna lie. I start looking at girls with chests a little bit differently now. Because all these dudes running around with fake tits and like,
I gotta see what she even look like. Have you
and
seen
this is the thing though, and this is the thing like about men, right? Because and this just makes you, sometimes you got to slow down. Sometimes you can't be thinking with your dick all the time. You actually have to slow down. And nowadays, since things have changed from what we're used to seeing, these are questions that you have to ask.
Yeah.
And, the woman has to be comfortable with accepting that because this is something new into the world.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I should have a choice in this matter.
yeah. I mean, and then the other thing I think about is like the mental aspect of, we all know most of these people who come out as trans or gay or whatever their preference is, they are afraid to do it for one, but then also it's they disclose it with the people that they're around. So then thinking about the mental aspect of this dude that didn't know this female was trans and not knowing that he was fucking with a trans one, that would fuck up somebody's brain.
Yeah,
after
absolutely.
that. Like whether they say they're okay with it or not, there's going to be a lot of questioning behind that, because then there is a question of like, dang, well, do I like dudes if they look like females? Like, or it's a whole category that goes into that.
I'm sorry, bro. Look at this.
So what?
Look at this fucking tweet.
Oh man. Oh man. We can't even say what we just saw. Can't say what we just saw. So okay, so we're gonna move off of that topic. You know,
let's go on.
we didn't already agree that we didn't
Yeah.
already agree. You know, if you are deciding to have sex with someone new, make sure that we ask the proper questions
Look,
and
bro,
stuff
she
and
had
give
size
people the
12
choice. Yeah, she did have some size 12 shoes, and she's not in the WNBA, big dog.
She got size 12 shoes, bro. Give it up.
Come on, bro.
Come on. You know what you signed up for, buddy.
Yeah, for sure.
Size 12 in men's. not
like,
females.
Can we get a size 12 in women? I said size 12. Size 12 in men's, please. Size 12 in men's.
You go to her house and you see,
Little nigga.
you see Nike socks everywhere.
And those ain't footies in her room. Those is crew socks.
You walking in looking at slippers.
You walk in, you see some sneakers, you're like,
Whoa.
you live with your brother?
Oh,
She's like, nah, I live alone.
whose Old Spice deodorant is this? Why you got Creed in here? All right, let's not play. Let's not play before we get in trouble. We're not trying to get in trouble. So this week I want to talk about the music. One of my favorite rappers dropped the album. You know what I mean? Snowfall, baby. Snowfall.
Should have known he was going to hit them buttons
Jeezy
on
back.
this one.
Oh, Jeezy.
Jeezy back with his latest album with DJ Drama. It's called Snowfall.
That gotta be. Is it hard?
Bro, it's fire.
Is DJ Drama talking this shit per usual?
Is it?
And like that,
Is it?
we gone.
The old
Got another
Jeezy.
one.
Yeah.
It's the old
Yeah.
one when he first came out, like true Jeezy before the
Chop it
glitz and
down.
glamour.
The Motivation 101. That's dope because it's what it is that from what I'm listening to, and I've probably listened to it 5 times. Yes, I'm that type of fan. So
He loyal.
So the thing is that he gives us a mix of the Thug Motivation 101 along with who he's became in today.
Okay,
And
that's dope.
yeah, it's definitely dope because that's why I try to tell people about like just the music industry. You could be a fan of an artist, but you don't want them to say the same stuff over and over again. You have to be able to allow them to grow.
Yeah.
If Jay-Z kept talking about Marcy housing projects and shit, crack this, crack that, and he in the game for almost 30 years, you kind of get tired of that.
Yeah.
Pusha T still rapping about crack. I still listen to that shit.
I mean, but think about how many projects Pusha T puts out, though. Think about if you heard him over and over again.
If you was if you was a Pusha T diehard album fan, and every album was talking about selling crack, all right. At some
That
point,
is, that's pushing. That's pushing.
You always rapping about selling crack.
And none of us sold no crack, but we didn't feel like a dope dealer right there. Like you like, yeah, damn.
Yeah, he been
Run that
dropping
back.
music for a long time.
I mean,
About crack.
shit,
Run
his
that back.
name is Pusha.
Yeah, I mean, but but yeah, no, I've been meaning to watch that interview because I think he went on Jeezy. I think he went on like Breakfast Club.
I watched Breakfast
Yeah,
Club
I
and
saw
stuff, and
that.
it was dope. It was about a 30 minute interview. That was pretty cool. So make sure y'all go out there and listen to it. It starts all the way from the intro, guys. So I forgot how many tracks is on it, but it's a decent amount of tracks. You guys will go out, make sure you go out there and go listen to it. Y'all gonna enjoy it. Also, NBA YoungBoy has dropped his second project this month, and this was actually a collab.
Is this his 6th album this year?
I think so.
He putting them out.
But this album was also with DJ Drama, so, and that's gonna be pretty interesting if DJ Drama link and stuff, because it's like, damn, like YoungBoy could be like that Jeezy. He could be the Jeezy of the 2022.
How old is YoungBoy? He's like 20.
I think he's 23. I think.
23.
Yeah.
I'm just starting to learn about YoungBoy. I'm no longer biased on him.
You think this because you know how a lot of artists got to push out albums because of their contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think because like you saying NBA YoungBoy, this is like his 6th album this year?
I believe.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I thought
and a lot of people
Yeah.
think that he is still on Atlantic Records. If you look at that album, it says NBA
Atlantic
YoungBoy
Records.
But is
LLC
it
and say
for-
Atlantic Records.
Is it like a deal or is it just for distributing?
Oh, I
Is
don't
it
know.
a partnership probably?
I don't know
Because
they're both
he
winners.
said, they both
both
winners,
winners.
so it could be a partnership more so. And we don't know what contracts they
A
signed.
lot of people say NBA
Right.
YoungBoy isn't like blackball, but he's like recognized by like industry folks or whatever because he's just too nigga. Like,
You got talking to Mike. We didn't really hear
my
you.
bad. They said that he's not like recognized by the industry basically. Not blackball, but they don't really like acknowledge him too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I can
but,
see that.
I mean, he's starting to get these features. So I think that's a good direction for him. We'll see where it goes, We're in October. We should expect about 3 more albums in November.
I don't know. How
We're going to have a
do that.
Thanksgiving edition, Black Friday edition.
Unless he got songs, he probably got songs piled up too as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and he's just now releasing them to be on the album. But these could be songs that was made.
Well, you think
like-
you're gonna release a Christmas album?
Yeah,
That'd be
with
crazy.
that,
And, you know,
I
like
wonder
what
how
Gucci's
that would
doing
be.
shit
Did you?
like that?
Ooh, I'm gonna wait for that. 'Cause I'm about to-
Yeah.
did you see that? Did you see they got a killer Santa Claus?
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
I saw
gosh.
that.
What's the
Yeah.
name?
We
They
gotta
gonna
see
have a
that.
Grinch one too as well.
Oh yeah,
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 shit
they
was
playing. I
hilarious,
ain't seen
man.
the.
That look
they
like
ain't
a
got
B
a trailer
grade, though.
one.
That look like a
The
B
B
grade.
grade Grinch one. Yeah,
But I think it's the dude from you guys watch Stranger Things, right?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the dad of M,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
also in,
So also we had NBA YoungBoy, we had Jeezy. This upcoming weekend, we also have Drake and 21 Savage
21
on a collab album, October 28th. What's that album called?
It's called Her Loss.
Her Loss. I can't wait to find some damn quotes I can use.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is Drake's second album this year, right? It was honestly not mine. Or is this his third? I don't know when he dropped.
I think it's
Certified
his-
Lover
it's-
Boy was last year. I believe.
Yeah, this is his second
Yeah,
album.
second
Second.
album this year. So
'Cause
he's trying to make
yeah.
a comeback from honestly. But no, Drake and 21, they have like some great collabs.
They do.
They definitely
Yeah.
do. Someone
And I didn't know
I
that.
think 21 as an artist.
I didn't know he had all them achievements.
Who 21?
21 Savage. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
he definitely he has a broader range than people give him.
because
Like,
he's 21 he owns his masters, I believe. But I'm not gonna lie, 21 like for the past I want to say like 5 to 6 years or whatever, I think he's one of the artists that really like did a crazy evolution
yeah,
from when he first started. When I first met 21, I mean I liked his music, but I didn't think it was gonna evolve to this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever, like content wise, I'm not even gonna say like lyricism, just like straight content music he makes. Like it's just dope. I mean, it's fun at some point, but he's still like talking his shit. Like from when he first started, it was like a complete like 180.
yeah. He came in a way of like he wants to solidify himself in the industry, not just one of those like because everybody knew him as the 21 street rapper.
For sure.
And most street rappers don't have longevity
Nah, they don't.
in the industry. It's always a new street rapper coming out.
He did his thing. Like even like when him and Drake is always a good collab. 21 and like I wouldn't say J. Cole, but 21 and anyone in like the Dreamville camp, they always make great music together for whatever reason. I don't know what it is, but 21 he's like the go-to guy like for like a good collab.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me move over your mic. You be out here talking all soft and
Oh
shit.
shit, my bad.
Like you on a sex hotline, bro.
He in front of the
I'm
camera
sitting here
now.
looking at the levels.
He
Look
trying to be
look
all
at me talking.
smooth.
Look at the levels. Oh my god.
The man, he
my
talking
bad,
like
guy.
he on the Boys the Man album at
Said
the
Boys
end.
to Men.
Yeah, babe.
Hi.
Listen, girl, you know I still love you.
I'm outside with the boom.
They had me behind the camera. Now I'm in front.
So to all the Sosa fans, Chief Keef announced that he has a project coming out. Almighty is it Almighty So too?
Almighty So too, yeah.
Okay, so that released December 16th. I don't know how many Chief Keef fans we still have out here. I honestly feel like the Chief Keef fans went to Lil Durk.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like they went to Lil Durk. I think they got onto the Lil Durk fan
They
base.
did, because G Keef hasn't made music.
He ain't been relevant for long. Like he been behind closed, maybe local relevant, but not as global as he used to be.
I can't even say local because he left Chicago a while ago, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
some
he did,
issues
yeah.
going on
And
with
hasn't been back.
Yeah, he hasn't
He's
been
a
back.
smart man.
That's definitely smart.
Hey.
That's definitely
I
smart.
definitely
Hey.
applaud him on that.
So I'm wondering if it's gonna like resonate with like his core like audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we also, and this is so crazy. Like, I don't personally listen to Bad Bunny, but he has the highest earned 1 month gross in history with $124 million from over 500 tickets being sold and 11 shows. And this was in September.
Man.
That's crazy.
I think Bad Bunny definitely he goes in almost every category. That's what it was, and it's one of them because I don't know if he's part of the LGBTQ situation or ever, but I've seen like he's worked in that fashion range. I don't know much about him, but then he's Latino too, isn't he?
Yeah, because he's bisexual. He works with it all.
So
for
he
sure.
works with
Yeah, he's
across.
bisexual.
Yeah, he music, and then he did that Bullet Train movie.
He kissed a dude on the word. I forgot
Yeah.
what it was. Like, he was kissing.
I didn't know that.
He wore a dress too.
Yeah, he
He
do his thing.
He's one of those ones where he does whatever he feels he
And
wants
he's
to do.
Latino, so I mean, that's like a
Yeah.
big audience.
Like, and I don't know if he's Afro Latino or just Latino. I'm not really sure which one. But then he does acting too.
he acts.
Yeah, he was in that Bullet Train movie with
I didn't see it.
Brad Pitt. I ain't seen it yet, but I want to check it out. But they said him, at least what they're saying as far as his acting capability coming from music and crossing over, they say he brought a lot to the film. So
Since we're talking about film, let's talk about the movies. We this Friday we had Black Adam that came out. That was the newest video. The newest movie. We know Steph. You said that you went to the movies yesterday.
Yeah.
You went on a date. You ordered popcorn. You got the large, not
popcorn.
the small.
you didn't get the
Okay.
popcorn?
I balled out.
Ooh, you was tricking. Tell us about your tricking.
Man, to be honest with you, you ever had those weekends? You just had like a great like weekend.
Yeah.
You ever had those? You know, it was-
Like to celebrate the great week, right?
Yeah,
To celebrate.
It just
then you
wasn't no
celebrate that
bad
weekend.
moment.
There was no bad moments. Like
It was
I
good.
kick off my weekend basically. So boom. What was it? Friday. 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 I went to a comedy show. Amazing.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if y'all know Kev on stage. To
Yeah.
hear more.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Great show.
Where was that?
Funny Bone.
Here
Okay.
in Columbus?
Yeah, here in
Oh,
Columbus.
snap.
Went to that. After that, had some little cheesecake, whatever.
What flavor?
Well, I didn't have. Well, we ordered the. Well, I had food at Cheesecake, but we did.
It was
have,
Cheesecake Factory you went
Oh,
to?
but you didn't get cheesecake.
Oh, okay.
I did get cheesecake. I just didn't
Okay.
eat it though. It wasn't for me. It was but it was like the pumpkin.
I had that last night, bro.
Yeah,
Pumpkin
it tastes
cheesecake.
good.
Woo!
I didn't even taste it. I even. It was
Woo!
good. Nah. And that's the other thing. Pumpkin. I'll get to that though. That was matter of fact. That was early in the week. Like I said, it was a great week. Ended off with a great weekend.
Okay.
So I had the Cheesecake Factory. I had the steak carne asada.
The what?
Steak carne asada.
What's in that?
Carne asada steak. It's,
What's in that?
It's like you get like the steak strips, not strips, but like cutlets, whatever.
Okay.
Had my brown rice, like the sautéed corn, whatever, and had like the peppers with like the sauce and all that, and the onions and whatnot sautéed with the sauce. Should taste amazing. For the appetizer though, had the fried macaroni, cheese balls, things, whatever. That shit's fucking dope.
Did you eat it whole or
Those-
did you eat it by
yeah.
bits?
I did buy bits because like they have like the sauce that comes with it.
You know, you gotta be careful when you're in
Yeah,
public and you eating stuff whole. You gotta you gotta watch yourself.
I use my fork. I use my fork.
You know what I mean?
I use my fork, broke it down. You know, get the sauce and everything in it. You feel me?
Do you cut your you cut your glizzy up in public?
Bro.
Or do you eat the glizzy?
If I were to eat a glizzy,
Pause. You got it. You
Man.
got it slow, bro.
Hold
You
on.
said that way too fast. You said that way too
if I were to
fast.
eat a glizzy, look, nigga, I'm just eat the shit. To be honest with you, I'm not cutting the glizzy. Come on, who does that? If you cut a glizzy, you're a psychopath. But
I can't believe we live in a time where we can't even eat a hot
that's what I'm
dog.
saying. But
Like-
matter of fact, speaking of hot dog, I think there's like some new hot dog place coming to Easton, whatever. I
Okay.
saw like a sign, whatever. But
Okay.
You'll be there.
I would. I would.
front row.
But yeah, nah, cheesecake, comedy show cheesecake.
Mm.
I had my girl stay the weekend with me.
Yeah.
That's always a nice vibe.
She got a toothbrush at your house?
Of course.
My man.
I would hope so.
All right.
Had a whole facial routine and everything.
Okay.
Everything you need. I mean, you probably use the same products anyway. Fellas, keep your face together. But
Absolutely.
but yeah, did that. Then Saturday, like I said, I went to watch the movie, Black Adam, which was amazing. You know, there's very few times where I get food at the AMC. I usually sneak food in, which I still do. I snuck a little snack in from that one spot. What was it, Auntie Anne's, whatever it's
Auntie
called.
Anne's.
Yeah, snuck that in. But you know, I had some wings. You know, she had some like chicken tenders or whatever type shit.
Yeah, women always want to get chicken
I
tenders
know,
and chicken
I know.
strips.
I know she had the little chicken
Barbecue
strips,
sauce,
yeah.
please. Buffalo sauce.
Yeah. She had barbecue sauce on the side.
Mm.
But nah, it was a great weekend. Great movie. Like I said, 7.58. There was really boxing in the movie.
But you just said great movie, but you rated it a 7.58.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's a 10? What
What
Is
did
that
it?
extraordinary?
What was it missing for it to be a 10?
Look, I can't. It's hard for me to give like superhero movies like a 10. Like, it's really hard.
especially DC.
Yeah.
Especially DC.
It's like really hard because like when I think of a 10, like I'm thinking about like you have to have like some compelling story or whatever, like great character dynamics or those like some great evolution in the character. I mean, it was none of that.
The
It was,
character has to arc.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
great character arc. That's a 10 for me.
Could
That's
you
just my
explain
opinion.
the character arc to the people who don't know about that?
like in general?
Yeah, because you said character arc. So
I mean, you can have like a different. I mean, depends on the character. I could always give a great example. Again, my favorite cartoon or show is Avatar. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
okay.
And when you look at Avatar: The Last Airbender, it starts off with two. You want to say the main character is Aang, but I really think the main characters are Aang and Zuko. Zuko being the complete opposite, the villain, the one who's trying to seek. I won't even say vengeance, seek acceptance from his father.
Yeah, validation.
Yeah, validation. But he was so wrapped up into that. He was like, that was his personality. That was his everything. But you see those arcs where he switches from. It was like Aang's arc and Zuko's arc were meant to come in the middle, basically. Aang being the happy-go-lucky person.
It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster. But at the same time, Aang was also seeking that redemption because he left. Away, he ran away from his responsibility. Meanwhile, Zuko is chasing a responsibility that he's not even sure that's even his, which is to capture Aang. So when you see arcs like that, it just gives you like a full, compelling story. I mean, the arc is really whatever makes this character to be that character, and usually arcs change over time. It doesn't have to, but when it does, it always makes for like a better story, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
It's like
this is why I say like with superhero movies, it's like hard for me to give it that 10 because usually the arc for the hero or the villain stays the same. Like it doesn't really change that much. They, for the most part, across the board, they're still like the same person. They didn't really go through that change or whatever to bring
I
them to a
mean,
different life.
look at Batman, for example.
Yeah.
The Batman with
Twilight guy?
Nah, not that
Oh,
one. We're just talking about
I
Batman.
was
Let's go
fire.
back to the Dark Knight when he fought Bane.
Yeah.
The arc was that, like you said, with superhero films, it's always the superhero loses or something like that in the beginning. And then at the end, there's some triumph lesson that he comes where he becomes the hero. So there's not really any character emotional growth or anything like that. The character stays the same, pretty much. Nothing, or like you were saying with the Avatar, in life, they say our inside mirrors are outside. So with Avatar, Aang, and Zuko, they mirrored each other where when they came and collided, that was the arc where you see the roller coaster go up and then they meet. And then now you see the growth of the character come and they change.
Because the funny thing about Avatar, and kind of the same with Batman when you think about it, because Batman and Bane, they kind of came from that same place. In the
Darkness.
Because you know the movie, like when Batman was in the pit.
Yeah.
Bane was like, what did Bane say? He said some crazy ass line.
And you talking about when he said I was molded by
he said
darkness.
Like you were merely molded by the darkness. I was born in it.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Because he was born in prison. And he
that
grew
same
up
prison, though.
in it.
The same prison that Batman escaped, Bane lived in that all his life. And the same with Aang and Zuko in the past life with Avatar, what's his name? I forgot. The previous Fire Lord and the Avatar, they were friends basically, and you know it's always like the next life, whatever. So it's always interesting. And actually, Zuko, that was actually his grandfather, the previous Avatar, his great grandfather.
Oh wow!
So it's always interesting to have those different character dynamics. But with this Black Adam, I mean, I'm sure there'll probably be a switch eventually, but basically, it wasn't even really a hero because he didn't really want to be a hero. That's his whole thing. He just want to kill people and save his people. You don't care how he does it. Everybody gonna die, and that's basically what they had an issue with him in the movie. It's like, yo, basically, you can't go around killing people. Like, well, you gotta relax. There's ways you do things, but that's probably why we don't have powers now.
Yeah,
you might fuck around and kill people.
Listen,
But overall, no, it was a good movie. Like I said, it was a great week, to be honest with you. And if you guys didn't know, at Easton they got like this Amazon style store now.
Yes, that's where the
wow.
ticket booth used to be, right? The AMC ticket booth when it was downstairs.
No. That's it's where
Bose.
Forever 21 used to be.
Oh,
It's like right there. It just opened on Tuesday. I just saw it on Saturday.
okay.
So if you ever want to check that out, you know, it's good. They have like graphic tees and everything, like vintage tees and everything. Everything in the store is like on display. So you just like scan it and like you go to your Amazon app and you could like place a ticket
oh
order.
wow!
It's pretty cool.
I also saw this was last week, but I saw Halloween Ends. Fire. Did you see Halloween Ends?
I didn't see it.
I didn't
Okay,
see
so
it
don't
either.
hate. Wait a minute, don't hate.
A lot of people are saying
Halloween
some
Ends.
controversial things.
Halloween Ends is a very good movie. Storyline was good, and you know, like sometimes when you have a feeling like, damn, is this really going to be the last one? Like for instance, like Scream. Scream next year is on Scream 6, so it's like when are we going to get a last of the Scream? However, like, and I mean, it's a week after. I can spoil it. I don't care if you.
You can spoil.
I can spoil it. I don't even care if you haven't seen it
I've heard
because
how he died.
it's also on Peacock, and I think Peacock is like $10
Free.
a month.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like 5.
It's like 5 months.
So basically, what Halloween Ends, what happens is his sister, old lady, she's basically saying this is the last straw, and I feel like I have to die as well in order for him to truly die. Throughout the movie, her granddaughter, I believe, or niece, whatever, she finds this guy. This guy literally has a similar upbringing to Michael Myers, besides the killing aspect of it. He didn't kill until he got a little older. But in the beginning of the movie, he happened to kill a little boy, and it was accidental. Like he was babysitting the boy locked him in. He was afraid of being in confined spaces, to the point when the boy was on the opposite side of the door and was sitting here, you know, basically antagonizing him and all that stuff. to the point where he was kicking the door, and then the little boy is right there by the door. He eventually is able to bust through the door, and he hits the door so hard, the boy catches the impact from the door, falls over the ledge, and dies. But he was proven innocent. He was proven innocent or whatever. But he still had his name around the town, like, oh, you're that boy or that man
cared about the
who
details.
killed boom boom. So he went through a whole, like, the athletic jock bullying the weirdo kid or whatever, and eventually finds Michael Myers, and he wants to essentially become Michael Myers or be a sidekick or whatever. And so he kind of like goes around being taught how to properly kill in the same way as Michael Myers. But the end of the movie, I'm not going to tell you the end of the movie, but Michael Myers does die. I'm not going to tell you how it is.
Because I
But-
heard the end was trash.
No, the end, they did that. They did that nice.
I heard he died from the fridge.
Yeah. He died in the fridge?
I heard like
From the
threw a
fridge.
fridge on him or some shit like that.
Nah, you'll see. I can't.
Don't tell me. Because
I
I'm
can't tell you
going
the
to watch
ending.
it.
But dope thing. Did you all watch anything like this week, like a series
I
or a
watched,
movie you want to tell people to go
on
see?
Hulu, I watched No Exit. And it's about this girl. She down in the dumps, going from what do you call it, rehabilitation centers over and over, and they did that rehabilitation or jail type thing with her, and she don't believe rehabilitation works or whatever, or rehab center. No, that's the same thing, ain't it? Dang,
Yeah.
brain fart. But anyways, so she ends up, her mom's about to die, and they won't let her go see her mom, so she ends up still in the car. And she's about to travel. I can't remember what city. I think it was Salt Lake or something. But there's a huge snowstorm. And the sheriff ends up telling her to go to this rest stop place. And at the rest stop, it's a couple and then two other dudes. And one of the other dudes is like a weird looking dude. But turns out one of the people inside has this little girl locked up in the van. And so during this snowstorm, you see basically the story plays out where the addict ends up trying to get this little girl out of this van during the snowstorm and get her to safety. And then there's multiple twists that happen where also she doesn't know who to trust because she has no clue who owns the van inside the place, and everybody's strangers. But it was a great movie. It was definitely a great movie. There's a lot of twists and turns that I didn't expect. They even went through on why the little girl was getting kidnapped. It made it realistic too as well, because this does happen to people in real life for the reasons why the little girl got kidnapped. But I think it was a great thriller type movie. It wasn't really scary or anything like that, but it definitely had you on the edge of your seat wondering how this situation was going to play out.
Okay.
So definitely check it out.
What did I do this weekend? So but this week, a lot of people have been talking about that series called The Watcher.
Yeah.
That's Netflix original. I guess it's based off of a true story.
Bro, I heard
It's based
people
off a
saying
true
it was,
story?
like,
I believe it
trash.
is.
That's what I heard people saying.
It was It was like a 7.58.
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it was only 7 episodes, just a
Okay.
limited series.
Okay.
So I watched that. It was cool. I probably advise the listeners go check that out. I also, for my Game of Thrones fans, tonight at 9:00, the season finale for House of Dragon. That is tonight, so I'll be watching that. But yeah. You stuff?
Nah, I haven't really been watching anything other than, I watched Black Adam. That was about it. I haven't really been watching anything. I just be on like YouTube or like Twitch or some shit like that sometimes.
I'll just
Yeah.
wait for you to say Pornhub.
Nah, we don't watch that. We don't watch that.
He's trying to keep it under wraps.
Nah, those-
Behind closed doors, ladies
those
and
were
gentlemen.
younger days, man. We retired those, man. We retired those. You ain't
Speak
retired
for
that yet?
yourself. Speak for yourself.
Nah, bro.
Some of them nights be cold.
Hey, sometimes you gotta use your imagination.
Anybody got any new games that is coming out or
Oh.
anything like that?
I was,
Like,
Did you get duty?
I haven't played Call of Duty in years, boy. I was playing Overwatch though. I
Overwatch.
played that Overwatch 2 for the first time last night. My friend was teaching me how to play. Low key, I was kind of fired.
Yeah.
Low key, we lost. I got 10 kills though.
Hey.
That's crazy. He sounded like an athlete. We lost. I got 40 points though. Like, okay.
I'm gonna be getting that college call pretty soon. Like,
Shit. I was like, shit, I might be an Overwatcher low key. Like, I was playing a tank. I don't know if y'all some gamers, y'all know you got tank damage, heals, or whatever. So, but yeah, it was pretty fire low key. I didn't think I was gonna like it.
yeah.
Honestly, I really didn't think I was gonna like it. I thought it was gonna be like one of those like nerdy games or whatever, kind of like geeky. But I guess a lot of people like it, so I tried it. It was cool.
Yeah, I got so for my gamers, my Call of Duty lovers, y'all already know if y'all pre-ordered Call of Duty, they allowed us to play the campaign a week early. And man, when I tell you that they came up with a storyline that was like some shit that we see, like, you know, like on movies and stuff like that, it's kind of giving me like the Sicario vibe.
Okay.
So, you know, and I told myself, I was like, okay, I'm going to play campaign story mode games on bigger size TVs.
Yeah.
Multiplayers, I'll play on like my monitor and stuff like that. So, but, you know, it starts off just so crazy. Like he's going in the mountains. He's going in the mountains or whatever. And then like there's this convoy with basically like a terrorist person. And he's like heavily guarded by a lot of people. And you're able to use whatever the big plane is that can basically send a guided missile from like far as hell. And then it allows you to like, you know, do your little thing and kaboosh. So I think I'm on mission 4 or mission 3, 1 or 2. But yeah, go get that Call of Duty, guys. You know, this weekend, I'm gonna be on multiplayer. And in a couple weeks, we have Warzone 2 dropping. So we'll be on that. Big dogs, you know.
I gotta get the expansion.
They're about to be
For
grinding.
sure. I got that Xbox Series S. So
Everybody about to be grinding that.
And you know, for the people that pre-ordered it, they gave us like, I think it's like 10 hours of like double XP and weapon XP.
Ooh, yeah, so that's gonna
and all
come
that.
in
So it's
handy.
about to get real nasty.
Man.
You know, make sure you guys squat up, as they say. But how, like, what time are we on right now? Like how long are we on?
It's 1:44.
Hour and
right
20,
now.
yeah. I feel like we got to everything, guys. I appreciate you all listening. What was the title of our show today? What was today's episode?
You dirty cookie monster.
You dirty cookie
Dirty
monsters.
Cookie monster.
And if we could leave you, you know, you fellas with some wisdom, some guidance so you don't fumble the cookie, what would it be?
Well, everybody go ahead, Steph. You got the first
up.
one.
Just shut up. Bro.
Just don't say nothing.
Don't say anything. Like you know the energy you. Well, I can't. I guess this is why they fumble. But you know the energy you have like when you're pursuing her and you got her. Keep that same energy. Don't start acting weird and corny and just doing too much, over talking. Like especially
Too
if this
clingy.
is like I'm saying especially if it's like the first meeting because I saw some of them. Some of the dudes were like extra hard with it. They were like really pressing the issue, trying to like pressure to get to that point. I like just take some time, relax. You know, put some seasoning on it. You know what I mean? Like make it prep. You know what I'm saying?
Adobo.
The adobo. You get your garlic, salt, whatever you need to do.
Base that, baby.
Base it. Get some olive oil. Put it on there. Leave it in the fridge. Let it sit.
But don't let it sit too long.
Not too long.
no.
Not
Don't let it sit too long.
Not too long. Just the right amount of time. Sure, apply pressure, but don't over season. Don't over season the cookie. Like just relax. Like act like you've been here before, my guy. Like act like you've been here before and you know what you're doing.
And if you haven't been here before,
I don't know what to tell you.
ask for help.
If you haven't been here
Ask
before,
for help.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess you say ask for help. Sure.
Ask somebody that knows.
Yeah, don't ask the wrong.
Don't
person.
ask the wrong dude. Don't
Don't ask
ask
the
the
wrong
dude that be acting like he got 4 or 5 chicks and really he be at home in his mom's basement. Like, don't do it.
For me, one thing I want to leave with our male audience. Play within your class. Play within your class, man. Because sometimes I think what happens too often is that sometimes we try to get something that's not within our caliber. You know what I mean? Like a woman, she could possibly just be wanting to talk to you. That don't mean she gonna give you the draws. You know what I mean? She may be looking for a friend, and you looking for a full blown busted open.
Yeah, that'd be the problem sometimes.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, and I've even learned that too. Like, you know, I think it's important to see if people are sexually attracted to each other. Because if you don't know that, then you are really wasting time. Like, you paying for dates and stuff, and she made this. I've never heard of a woman saying no to a gift or a date. Like, now if she don't really like you, like she don't find you attractive.
Yeah, she don't really like you. I mean, it depends on the woman, but you know, some of them, you know, they just.
I mean, we had a woman
or whatever, but if she don't really like mess with you or whatever, or she don't, like you said, attracted to you, I don't think she really want to go to dinner with you. At least not like in like an every weekend occurrence.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's also another important thing too, because like what I said earlier, like I feel like that get to know you phase when you letting somebody know like what it is that you like, and like I even told a girl before, like she asked me like what my type was, and I said I don't have a type, and I said I feel like that's why a lot of people are single, because they keep trying to go out for that type. Like, so you looking for that type, you're single for a reason. That type not working. So
I mean, definitely.
Look how comfortable Steph getting talking now. Like shit. He like, hold on, wait. Let me say
this
something.
is subject right
I'm
now.
just saying, like, yeah, I mean, you can have a type, you can not have a type. But like we were saying earlier before we started, it's like finding the person you could actually build or be a team with. I think that's a lot of things that's the problem. Like, a lot of people get in a relationship, I don't know, maybe someone has like an ego or whatever the case may be, but they don't know how to work
together
or in one.
And sometimes like it's not even really, well, it is the ego, because it's like sometimes, and it's more so well, I guess it's both parties, a male or a woman, because like with a man, when he's sitting here doing all this stuff for a woman, in his head he like, bro, you lucky, because not everybody doing this. And that's more so the truth, because it's like it's certain things that a man do that a woman can't go outside and just go get
from every man.
Like, no, it's not even, it's like majority for real, because it's like me sitting here, I'm communicating with you, I'm gifting you, I'm taking you out on a consistent basis. We going to certain places that you never went before even having me inside of your life. So you can't say like, oh, well, I can say and get that from any dude. All dudes out there doing that. And at the end of the day, what they get the confusion, where they grab confusion at, is that the dudes that are doing that for the women that they want to do that for. It's not saying that you're going to be included if you go over here to that dude. Because he may not even fuck with you like that.
Not every person's going to treat you in that
and
type
that's
of
the
way.
thing. And that's the thing. And like, like on the flip side, because you know, women, they like, well, we can do that too. Like, yeah, that's cool and all, but let's just keep it a buck. In most cases, men are doing things for women right off of the jump. Men have to meet a certain requirement for a woman to start doing certain things. Like, you know, what's that?
Look, at the end of the day, you gotta find someone who's willing to work with you. At the end of the day, like, I know they always have the saying, what they say, don't get the person you like, get the person that likes you. Or whatever.
Yeah.
That could be a play into it, but obviously you both have to like each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely find the person that's willing to work with you. You know, you might be at a certain path in life, whatever, you might see something, but you have to find a person who's willing to either put in the work with you or realize, okay, what can I add to this, wherever the case may be. And the funny thing is, like I said, it was a great weekend. Randomly, I was just speaking to, like, my girl and I, we were at Barnes & Noble. We ran into like an older couple at Barnes & Noble, and they just black couple randomly just had like a conversation with them. It was like, just one of those random like interactions you have with people. Like, you didn't really expect to have like a great conversation, but you did. And that was basically one of their things. Like, they started to work as a team, but now to the point where they actually run a business together. And they, instead of like being independent, they both like highlight each other. If there's something that person can't do, she could do it. If he can't do it,
They complement each other.
They complement each other.
Yeah.
and they found like a great balance to the point where they could start a business together to help. I think their business, the business is to help other people start their business so they can actually be financially or actually have a profit within their business. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I definitely shared contacts with them.
Yeah.
But like just stuff like that. Like I said, find a person who's willing to work with you and just really not against you, because I think that's an issue a lot of people have. Like you find that person and they're working against you all the time. So it's all the constant back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you, Mitch?
All right. So going back to fumbling the coochie aspect instead of relationship aspect, don't double text. Man, you ain't gotta send 3 to 4 texts just to get a response back. 9 times out of 10, we know women be having them message bubbles, and it do be like 36 of them bitches in there. But she saw that message.
Yeah, she did.
She saw it. It came through, and she's deciding on whether if you're
chat right now.
worthy of replying back to it or not.
Yeah, and the truth,
Like,
the truth is, like what you're talking about is that, like, you know, we live in a social media age, and I've even noticed it. Like, you know, you could text a shorty, but she'll watch your story, or she'll make a post or whatever. But, you know, hey, I didn't send you this text, so I didn't know you didn't grab the phone.
Yeah.
But, you know, fellas, you know, hey, just take a step back.
Yeah.
That's why it's good. That's why it's good to have options, bro. That's why until you find out one, until you find out one that you really want to, you know, dedicate your time and your emotion to, have options.
Stop being so thirsty.
Yeah, and if a woman tells you that you shouldn't even, who gives a fuck what she got to say? Because if she not trying to, because I just feel like both parties have to add pressure. So it's like, if she not adding pressure to your life, showing that she want to be with you, or she want to be the only one, she shouldn't have no 2 cents to say. And the same thing for you. If you're not showing no pressure and stuff, as if you trying to be her only dude, you shouldn't have nothing to say either.
Not at all.
That's the issue there. Sometimes, like, it'd be like one-sided. Like,
Yeah.
Like, damn, we want to tell, like, we want to feel good. Like, sure, tell us we look good. Sure, like, damn. But yeah, nah, that's true. Shit, court us too, basically.
Yeah.
They ain't listening.
Everybody got work.
They don't give a fuck about us.
They don't. Anything else you want to leave the people?
Leave the people. It was a good show.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
I don't think there's anything to leave for.
I definitely like the direction as far as like coming up with a topic as far as like what people are talking about, and then getting our, you know, just getting our thoughts and stuff on it. Next week, we got something in for you. Yeah, we got something.
And again, if you watching, we definitely want to hear from you guys too as well.
Sure.
So don't be afraid to comment. And if you don't agree with one of us, go ahead and put it in the comments or say something, man. And just be wary. You might get some talk back.
Ooh,
just
he
know
responded?
that.
Wait a minute.
We don't do them butterflies and let people just talk. So you might get some conversation back. So choose your words. Young
Jedis, we're out.
Yeah.
Peace. Don't forget. Oh, they like, damn, there's some more shit. Damn, there's some more. But don't forget, if you enjoyed today's show, give us a 5-star rating. Like it, share the show with a friend. Rather that's on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And then, you know, we're also on YouTube showing a visual. And sometimes our visuals be like way too long where we not putting on the full episode. We saying we're still trying to work out certain things. So don't forget, we're going to have them clips, okay? But, you know, like I said, and like Meech said, if it's something you want us to talk about, make sure to comment it below. Or you even can take the time to check us out on Instagram under SMOOTHLIES.
Yeah.
We had a pretty good question last night. That's why we're talking about this on today's episode. And yeah, you know, just tune in. Peace out.
You gotta hit all the buttons today.
They're gonna get you the folks today, man.
But yeah.
All right.